Because today I'm going to be showing you another video. Today, doing elevators. I made an earlier one, but after more testing, I discovered the elevator I was showing, which was this giant one, was very like randomish and not very reliable. So this one is at a slower speed. It does actually function, although it's slower and still uses a ton of resources for it. So you can just travel like that to 52. Oh, I don't know how long that took, but pretty much. That's pretty much the rate. So then we also have this zone, which is my new elevator, which is the one that I'm going to be showing today. So this one is actually kind of uses some weird piston mechanics. As you can see, it looks weird, and now the pistons are spaced apart, and of course it's 1 watt. But from what I discovered, if you push a piston into your head that is facing upward and that is extended, this is my older design, it pushes you upward. If it push the piston, push a normal piston, at least a normal piston, into your head, and then extend it, you are pushed straight through the piston onto the top of the head, which means that I can travel it pretty fast. My current design over here. So yeah, it's pretty like that, except I made it a lot taller using commands. So from 5, it goes yeah, it's pretty quick. Way faster than that other one. And I think it's faster than a bubble elevator. At least in Bedrock Edition, I think. Where's my bubble elevator? I had one. Not this tube. This tube. I also seem to have a random piece of wood. Ow. Okay. Whee! What? There's no water there. I don't have water. Whee! Let's see. So if I start from here and then go. Yeah, it's faster than a bubble elevator. It's not the cheapest thing. It's actually not that bad for resources. For layer, I forgot to make a layer thing. That's the main thing I didn't, but you can look at it. So I guess I constructed on here. So for the basic piece of a layer, the bottom one's a bit special, but yeah. So we take one here, dust here. So this is basically the layer thing I was using to construct it. The commands. So it doesn't actually use any commands in it. I just using commands here to make the thing tall. Let's see. Yeah, I made this. I made these 2 command blocks to be able to make this really tall. And then over here we have this, and then we use a 3-tick repeater. They're going across, which runs up into dust, powers the piston, which runs into another block there, and then this is the layout for pretty much all of it. Well, we need the pistons, I guess. So we have, and then the iron blocks I'm using as for any normal solid block. And for all of this, except for this one, since the only block that needs to be a solid block, the rest could be non-solid if you wish, but I don't know why you use that, as it might just cost more resources. No, it might not, actually. Well, the redstone has to run up, so I think they run up slabs. I don't actually know. No, I know they run up glass, because glass behaviors in Bedrock. It's the Bedrock design here. Most of these are this design here, I think it might be inconsistent on Java, at least it might not. It's just slow. This one probably doesn't function as it uses a more glitchy mechanic. Well, this one's the larger one. This one probably doesn't function. This one's much tinier. So, and then we have this sticky piston, and then we need the regular piston. There's the upward here, and then of course you can use like You can use any blocks you want to make up the elevator channel itself. Now, one thing is that this piston door in front is required, as because it's pushing a piston into your head, you must have blocks in front to prevent you. If you don't want the full piston door, make sure there's one block's preventing you, because if you're just pushed out of the way, then you will not go up the elevator. So it must probably be full hitbox blocks that have a full hitbox box, and yeah, and that's required all the way up through the elevator. The elevator stops, probably for stops, you'd have to do some programming that I don't have in this circuit. But if you're wondering how it works, basically this repeater, which does a pulse extender for this piston, also powers the next circuit. So if you want to stop, probably cut it off and set up a circuit which stops the elevators for some point and then sends it off. Make sure to keep the layer that's there powered, or else it will retract the piston away and you'll fall back down to the bottom of the elevator, probably hurting yourself a lot. And maybe make a longer pulse extender at the bottom than my button, as I think I can show you if I get in the elevator. Ooh, boom. Go up. And it sends me straight up, all the way to the top. Zoom. And then it retracts and you fall straight back down, which would probably hurt a lot. Maybe survive if you have feather falling 4 or something. But I don't know. I haven't done any testing on that. So the way then you of course have blocks. We can build the elevator channel itself, and then you can use like maybe glass blocks as I used or whatever. As long as they're full. These front blocks I think have to be full solid blocks for it to function. And of course, if these are not, and then you're pushed into them, and there's a block somewhere that is you could get stuck in the elevator. Doing things like these, when I changed it like 1 tick, you could often get stuck in the elevator. Does this one have the 1 ticks? Yes, this is my older design. I think I have a video on it. I think it's still yeah. I think if these 1 tick, I think the 1 tick times between here, as you can see, which would probably be equivalent, which might, yeah, for 1 tick time for this. I might also do the old video but mention that the elevator design itself with the 1 ticks is not actually that for further testing. But I don't think I will, so I'll just keep this one out. So, well, you'll of course see. And this was my experiments, just trying to create a design pulse one. I don't think it functioned for some reason. Yeah, I was trying to use the pistons in the same mechanic, but for some reason they're more inconsistent with that. So I think for a design like this, you're better off using the thing. I'll probably do some more work on that, but yeah. And then back to the elevator. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is again, yeah, and then we'd have to do this. For the bottom part, I just remove most of this, leave this block, as of course it's part of the circuit over here, and just run redstone straight in. I use, for the piston thing, full solid blocks on this, I just use a simple little 1 button, power straight down. You can probably do some better work with that. Maybe by running another thing you might be able to do actually is use a block here, a glass block, and some redstone like this, I think. If we get rid of all of this circuitry, because that means you don't have to hide the circuitry under the floor or something. Then what you do is you take this down. Yeah, that would work. And then what's this block doing? That's a useless block. All 3 of those are useless blocks. Yeah, so that would be the circuit, and that should actually function too. Yep, that functioned. And I might have to test a few times. Just when it's inconsistent, it might work sometimes. Let's see how it does. But for the one tick, it might work for short distances here for this design, which as you can see is pretty basic. Probably copy this and do this, and yeah, pretty much. And that one might work for short distance. For long distance, for tall ones though, yeah, it's probably not gonna be good. And this one's about the same rate, but costs way less. But eventually might be patched, as the fact that it uses mostly a glitch-ish stuff. So I think that's it for this video. So bye, see you in the next video.